Hello students, this is Dr. Gaddis. This video is about Biology 1060 on Thursdays at Uccs in the fall of 2019. Our sections meet either in the morning if you're in section 3 or the afternoon if you're in section 4. My office hours are on Thursday afternoons or Friday morning. Please use the Canvas inbox tool for email communication. It's over here. I always go into Canvas before I check my email because I put my students first. So do that. Here's the syllabus. We're going to take a look at this. Okay. So here's some reiteration of stuff we already talked about. You've got a little bit of time to add, but we are full in the morning section and still have a bit of space in the afternoon section. The last day to register, etc. All of these facts you can look at later. A little bit about me. I have a BA in Environmental Studies, an MS in Biology, and a PhD in Education. I'm a restoration ecologist. I do research in the Garden of the Gods with citizen scientists. I do research on the citizen scientists in the realm of education, and we collect ecology data in the realm of science. So this lab course is designed for the non-majors. There's no required lab manual for this course. However, there are weekly assignments and handouts, and those will all be delivered through Canvas, and I expect you to print them out and bring them to class. So week 2, which we're going into, that's a soft landing. I won't get upset with anyone, but it really slows things down if you're not prepared. Furthermore, you need that document and you need to have read it before you come to class to be successful. So I really think about this class for non-majors as being a way to deepen your understanding of what happens to you every single day, whether it be at home, at work, in your car, thinking about how all humans are biological organisms and all the food we eat comes from biological organisms, and the illnesses we face, these all relate to biology. So I will do my best to keep this in a realm that is very tangible for you. And I know we have a lot of psych majors and criminal justice majors, and therefore I will focus on issues of psychology, brain biology, and also forensic biology along the way. If there are other things you'd like me to really focus on, I would be happy to. So keep in mind that we're all adults, right? And so I will treat you like a colleague if you treat me with the same level of respect. I expect you to show up on time. I expect you to communicate with me when that's impossible for you. And as long as we have mutual respect in our communication, everything will be fine. I'm a very flexible person. So if you look at the learning outcomes here, you'll see that we are following the lecture outline very closely, and about 80% of our class is in lecture, so that will help. And if you're not, just let me know if you need more support. I use an open source textbook in the lecture course, so anyone is free to interact with the textbook even if you don't have it via taking the lecture course. So we already covered lab safety. To wrap that up, I need you to complete the safety quiz in Canvas. And you need to finish that with an 80% or higher. You've got to show up to be able to turn in work. If you're more than 20 minutes late, then you are considered absent, and so you'll have to take the absence. Please be on time, be respectful, dress in pants, long sleeves, if you want. That part's optional, but the pants and the closed-toed shoes are not. If you show up in flip-flops and shorts, you will have to go home and then you will be 20 minutes late. So do not do that. All of the course materials will be curated in Canvas, but we won't really do any communicating there except via email. I will post announcements if something comes up or, anything needs to be known, as I will put this video in an announcement. The syllabus is linked there to that home page that I showed you. I will post your grades in Canvas, but I'm going to grade on paper. So as we discussed in class, you're going to do your best to complete your work in class and put it in that wire bin, and then I will grade it by the next class period, and we will go from there. But your grade will be in the Canvas gradebook. In Canvas, we'll go in there in a minute, there's modules set up, and for every lab, there's a pre-lab quiz. So as I tried to express in class, I expect you to do your homework, so to speak, which is preparing yourself before you come to class. So this week, today is Monday, you have till Thursday to print out that lab 2 and read it and take this pre-lab quiz. This is week 2. Again, I will be super flexible and we'll see what happens. We'll see. Challenge to you guys. How many of you can take this quiz before you get there on Thursday? I would love to see 100% participation. And I would also like to see 100% people showing up with a paper copy of Lab 2. This paper copy is called the lab handout. That's what you read and fill out while you're in class. And then I discussed the biology topic paper and presentation. So as I described to you, you can either write a lab report for a lab we complete during this semester, or you can choose a topic of interest to you using at least one peer-reviewed scientific journal article and 2 scientific articles on a topic as evidence. Everybody will give a 5-minute presentation on the topic. This is a significant portion of your grade, so please take it seriously and let the topic or the choice you make be driven by your own interests. If there's some supplemental reading, I will post it in the course, most likely as announcements. After, say, someone raises something in class, we want to explore it further, that will be the case. Now, if classes get canceled for any reason, check Canvas, because I don't have your phone numbers. I can't communicate with you in any other way. So on Thursday morning, always check Canvas, especially if there's inclement weather. You'll notice that the deadlines for the quizzes are at the start of class. So if you haven't finished it by the start of class, that's a problem. And that goes for handing in things. So say you didn't finish lab 1 last week and you still need to hand it in. You need to put it in that wire basket at the start of class, because I don't want you working on lab 1 while you're supposed to be doing lab 2. Here's our schedule. As we go through, you'll see that every week we have a pre-lab quiz and a lab, and the lab from the week before due, etc., etc. On and on. Okay, no class on Thanksgiving, no class during finals week. Here's the basic makeup of the points. Points are points. There's 500 points. Coming to lab and completing the lab handouts, which includes attendance, are almost 300 points. There's a paper, presentation, and the quizzes. There's no rounding in the course, so please do your best to check your grades at the end of the semester. Maybe you're really close, and I did mention that I am willing to take revisions. I do not offer extra credit. So you could push yourself into that next zone by doing work, but don't expect me to round the grade up for nothing. This course is part of the Compass curriculum. The bottom of the syllabus has a lot of information about resources available to you as a UCCS student. Now, if you have or need accommodations, you need to talk to Disability Services, and then they will communicate with me, and then we can open the door for communication. You're welcome to tell me before the paperwork is done, and I will do whatever I can to facilitate your learning. The Excel centers are a huge resource to students. There's students in the centers who've already taken the classes you've taken. And here is the Science Center. Please go visit there if you need some help, or reach out to me and I'll see what I can do. Technology requirements. A lot of people don't know that you have a license to Microsoft Office as a student. So if you don't have that on your computer, go to the basement of the library where the help desk is and they will help you out. All right, that's the whole syllabus, 10 minutes and 4 seconds. I will see you on Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions by emailing me in Canvas.